Your employees, I notice, have such a love for your business and for what you do. Where does your mindset come from, and where does that that work ethic? Where is it? Is it your upbringing? Is it something in your life?
Yeah, I think I was at the post office for 20 years, and that's a government it's a government job, and it's not really run well. I'm not going to sit here and badmouth people because I still know some people there, but it just wasn't good culture at the post office, and I think that's not, I'm not saying something that people don't know. I think government jobs are they're not there to make money. It is what it is. I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but I learned a lot from that. I also learned a lot from my pastor. He's one of my mentors, and we attend a good sized church, and I learned a lot from him as well. And I think it's also there's just certain skills that you're born with, man. There's things that come natural to you. And one of the things that comes natural to me is giving people the benefit of the doubt, treating people the way I want to be treated. And I know it sounds cliche and I know it sounds corny, but it's true, man. And, I try to keep the culture here at Bravo very healthy. Very healthy. And I want people to come into work and want to work. But at the same time, I'm not delusional. I know that we need to get things done. So I think it's a combination of both things. I think people want to be led, and they want to have somebody lead them, and they want somebody to be able to look at and also hang on their neck as well if need be. And so I just run a very open type of business here with my employees, and but at the same time they know that no one's bigger than Bravo, and we're here to make Bravo better. And if that's not the case, then maybe this isn't the place for you. But it's our turnaround rate is super low. I mean, we've had people here from the beginning, man, and they're still here. And it's I don't keep them on because I pay them well or anything like that. They really just want to come in here and work for Bravo. I pay them well as well, right? But it's not, I've always been, John, the type of person that if I'm going to give something, I don't tie anything to it, man. I give without asking anything in return. And I think initially it's a scary thing, but it goes a long way at the end, man. It really does.
Yeah, I think it's, you hit the nail on the head. It's rare today, especially in the firearms business. Like, I try to explain to a lot of people that want to get in this business, and I've explained to a lot of owners through the years, a lot of people aren't going to get rich working in the firearms business. There's not a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So to owners, I've always pleaded with them, you have to make it fun. You have to make it exciting. You have to make it a family atmosphere. You have to make it a place that people want to work day in and day out. And I feel as companies grow, they lose a little bit of sight of that, everybody's here because they love the business. They love working in an industry that pushes the country forward, that has a place in the pecking order of things.
Sure.
And I think that's what drives them. They're willing to walk through a desert and drink the sand with the right leadership. It's just, there has to be that proper mindset and that proper leadership. And I feel like some owners and CEOs lose sight of that. You haven't, which is amazing and which is awesome in the first place.
Thanks. Yeah, man. And it's so true. One of the things is the people that we hire, I don't hire gun experts. I don't hire people that can, draw and shoot a target, 10 feet away in under a second. I don't run around people like that. What I look for is good people, man. I look for just good quality people. And you get somebody that's willing to just work for you and just break a sweat for you. They'll learn how to do almost anything, man. They really will. It's more character than anything. I sit down and when I interview people, they can come with, they can tell me that they went to college or they did this and that. For me, it's the vibe that I get. And one thing that I've learned, John, is hiring is probably the hardest thing, man. There's no magic pill in hiring. You don't know what you're getting, man, when you hire. I think firing is a lot easier because you know what you have and you know what you have to let go of. And so that's another thing too. I think a lot of people don't want to do the hard things. They don't want to fire, so they hold on to somebody that's bad for the company. Somebody that's a bad seed that followers, and now you've got clicks and stuff like that. We don't do that here, man. People start talking about management, it gets to management. People start talking about me, and it's going to get to me. And slowly but surely, they feel like there's nothing there for them. Nobody wants to just jump on the boat with them as far as them just being just troublemakers or anything like that. And then they just slowly but surely, they just leave on their own, man, because there's none of that here. There really isn't.
Yeah, good vibes are infectious, just like bad vibes.
Exactly. And interviews are super important. When I sit down, I'll sit down with my employees and I'll bring them in and I'll just pick their brain and see where they're at. And yeah, you know what you have, man. And you take care of those that take care of you. It's simple, John. It's simple, man. There's an owner, there's a boss. And at the end of the day, he's going to tell you what needs to get done, man. Are you going to do it? Now, at the same time, I don't walk in here thinking that I'm the boss, man. As a matter of fact, John, I don't hire people to work for me. I mean, I do, obviously, man. I'm just trying to find the right words here, but
you hire people that you want to take your job.
I work for my employees, man. I'm here for them. They're not here for me. I'm here. I'm the hardest working person here at Bravo because I work for them, bro. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. I'm not unattainable. I mean, if somebody says, "Hey, this computer broke down," I don't say, "Well, that's not my problem." No, right. Man. I actually go in there and I say, "Okay, what's going on?" Now, I'm not an IT guy, so I'll find somebody that'll fix it. But they come to me for things like that, and I like that, man, because they need to. It's like children, man. You need to allow them to come to you for things, and you need to be able to trust them as well. Here's another thing, John. I delegate a lot, man, and sometimes. I have a video editor, and he's great, man. Dan, he's a great video editor. We just released a rundown video on the Glock. If you haven't seen it, check it out. We released it this weekend, but he does an awesome job. Now, does he do it the way I would do it? No, but about 80% of it is done the way I would like to do it. And I don't sit there and I don't micromanage him either. But I knew hiring him, I needed to know if he understood where I was coming from. So. I delegate, man, and I let them be who they are, and I let them go out there and just kind of flourish, man, and do what they're good at. And sometimes I may not agree with it, but if the market likes it, if they dig it, then that's all that matters, John.